Alrighty, hey gang, welcome back, you guys. Another episode of Zero Carb Journal, episode 156. I'm Matt, as always, and good morning. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are having a great week and a great day. Nice to see you all. Thanks for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So how was your week, you guys? Hope it was great. Hope you guys made some progress. Um, good morning, Waylon. I'm just waking up here. It's 6:30, a little after. Me talking always makes my dog all antsy. And I guess I just showed you my bed head. That's always fun. So good morning, you guys. Hope you had a great week. I've had an awesome week, you guys. It's been so good. I mean, ups and downs. Still sort of have some of the same frustrations I've been telling you about, but for the most part, I had a great week. I did go surfing this week. I went surfing on Monday, and I had an awesome wave. I mean, I only caught one. I caught a couple. I've screwed up a couple and had a couple bad ones, but I caught one wave of a lifetime. One of those ones you'll remember forever. I got a amazing tube ride, and it just charged me up. I'm still charged up from it. So that was fantastic. And then I did tackle some other stuff in my life this week that's been sort of stressful and on my mind, and I made a lot of progress. I made a lot of progress this week. So nothing groundbreaking, just things like fixing leaks in the rental house, and firming up my rental stuff, chatting with my renters, and making sure we're on the same page, which of course we are. It's a great situation. I've always been really happy with it, and I just reaffirm that, and kind of making plans for the future. Nothing concrete, but just sort of talking with them about what me potentially traveling and things like that. And so I had a great week. I got a lot done, and my phone's been broken all week, which kind of has been nice. Not that it rings very often, but I can't call out and no one can call me, so it's been pretty quiet, and that's been kind of fun. Their phone company's going to come out this week and check it out, so that's probably not going to last. But I've had a good week. It's been really good, making a lot of progress, really setting my mind to some goals, thinking a lot about the future, and all that. So I've had a great week. I hope you guys have had too. Real quick, before I get too much farther, I'd like to say thanks again to my sponsor, Let'sGetChecked.com. Home blood tests. Their new multivitamin test is awesome. I did take mine. I have sent it in. I'm going to do a full video on the wrap-up and the results and all that, so I won't talk about that right now, but just wanted to throw that in the mix, that I'm still super stoked on that scene. It's actually been really, really good for me, and lately even more so. So I'll give you guys more about that in another video coming probably next week. So let's talk about zero carb stuff and how I've been eating and doing and all that. So I've still been picking away at all that, those Costco frozen patties that I bought a month or so ago, and I'm kind of settling into really liking them. I did go and buy some different inexpensive ground beef, but it was actually ground beef. It wasn't pre-made patties or anything, and it was real beef just from the regular grocery store. And come to find out, actually, now I prefer those crappy frozen patties more. And I think it might be just because they're fattier. The frozen patties are 75-25. But for whatever reason, I'm digging them. They taste good to me now. And so that's been good. I've been eating frozen beef patties with a little bit of thin sliced ribeye or chuck steak, something like that. Like I like to do beef bacon style. And that's been good. And then I have still been eating just a couple pieces of ham with that, really thin sliced, like call it Canadian bacon. It's kind of more like that. And I don't know, just for variety, I guess it's adding a little bit of extra flavor. And eggs, and I've been eating 2 eggs. So every day I just cook once. I cook like about 1 1/3 pounds of the burgers, and maybe probably not even a half a pound, third pound of the beef bacon, as it were, either chuck or ribeye, a couple little slices, a few ounces of the ham, not much at all. and 2 eggs. And so that's been my daily routine. It's been good. I've been feeling good, and I've been really enjoying it. I still am, something in that mix is it makes me use the bathroom more often than I was, and it's pretty liquid. But I've been feeling fine, and so I'm not going to worry about it. That was my situation my whole life. I think it's stuff in the ground beef. I often find bone chips in there. It's so cheap, and I think it's something like the bone or I don't know. There's always little white fatty bits, whatever. It's something I can't digest. So, but aside from that, yeah, it's been great. I've been feeling good. I had an awesome workout. Made some PRs this week. Feeling really good about that. And like I said, I went surfing, so I got some cardio and other exercise. Surfing was actually on my way in. I got kind of washed down the beach and ended up coming in right where the giant shore break was pounding on the sand, and I had a little bit of an intense moment getting out of the water, and I ended I got out of the water and climbed up the steep sand and was like, and I had to sit down and rest. I was really tired, so I definitely got to work on my cardio. It's really poor right now, and I have been riding my bike trainer, but not as much as I'd like to. So that's on my goals list, is to spend a little more time on my bike trainer and get my cardio up into shape. So yeah, so all that stuff happened. I had actually even more good stuff this week. Looks like I'm having internet problems. Oh well, that's okay. I'll just keep talking. We'll see what happens. I had more good stuff happen this week. I wrapped up some old business with selling some old musical equipment that has been kind of ongoing for years now, and I had some good news out of that. And I also wrapped up some old business with my boat customers, just kind of closing that all off and wrapping up some outstanding jobs there. So it's been a good week. I kind of feel like I really made a lot of progress in a lot of ways, and I really am looking forward to the next stage, and it just feels closer and closer and closer every day we go down this path, both for me personally, with regards to pandemic and traveling and that kind of stuff. I've been really wanting to get in my van and drive around. It just feels really irresponsible to do right now, to go mix it up with other people. So I've been trying to do my best, to help out in that regard, regardless of, I don't, I'm not too worried about any of that, but I do feel like it's responsible to try and do what little I can, and what I can do is just not spread it, right? So yeah, been feeling really good about all this stuff, and of course all that's changing now. We've finally got some good management going on with the pandemic stuff, and I feel like we are heading in a direction where hopefully I'll be able to start traveling around again before too much longer. So I'm really optimistic and really looking forward to these next few months. Yeah, so there's that. And what else? Not much else to share, really. I don't, I've just been kind of, like I said, like buckled down here and looking forward to the future, and kind of making steps to make sure that that I'm ready to do some cool stuff as soon as it's time. So I think before too long, I probably will load up my van and just head out to the beaches and maybe do some camping. And I was thinking about trying to go snowboarding, but I looked into it last night, and it's hard for me to justify the expense of that right now. I think it would be, even just to do it on a very small level, would be probably irresponsible of me right now with regards to my financial situation. It would just cost, I don't think I can really do it for less than, like I almost think it would cost like almost $1,000 just to go. Not that much, but at least over 500. A couple days of riding, even just driving my van over to the mountains, is probably $200. A couple days of riding adds another few hundred. If you want to camp in the parking lot these days, it's $25 a night. So there's another half a hundred, and food and blah blah blah. And I still don't have all my gear, so I might even have to rent, because my gear is so old at this point. So anyways, I'm not sure if I get to do that yet. That might be a thing for next season. But that is on my goal list, to go snowboarding again. So anyone out there who knows me and knows, how much snowboarding was a part of who I am, know that I do intend to go again one of these days when it's possible for me. So, and I'm not too bummed about not being able to go. It's not that big a deal, to be honest. Like I'm not like, oh, I just can't afford it and it's so sad. It's not like that at all. It's I never could afford it. I just prioritized it, and I just am not in that mode anymore. And frankly, I'm fine. I like being here. I like spending my days here. So it's all good. Those are just things I'm looking forward to. The surfing is a lot easier, right? I have everything I need. I can just drive the van there, and there's no extra cost. So pretty good chance I'll do that. It's just pretty stormy, and I live right next to really the best place to surf this time of year, on the West Coast, in my opinion. So, well, except for maybe where you are, Robin. I wish I could be there. Well, it looks like the internet is really crappy, so I apologize for that. Starlink has been interesting. I'm really thankful for it. It's much, much faster, but it has a lot of dropouts, and it's been a kind of a terrible week. Oh, look at that pause. That's funny. It's been kind of a terrible week for Starlink with regards to connections. There's just tons of dropped connections, as we're going to see. So this might end up being a podcast and a useless video. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see if it works at all. But at any rate, I do have news. Man, this thing is just flashing warnings at me consistently here. So I wonder if I can switch the quality of the stream midstream. I think I probably can't, but maybe I can. Let's try. Maybe that'll help. I am trying to stream at really high quality because I thought I could, but apparently I cannot. So we'll try this. See if that makes a difference. So anyways, I do have news, you guys, and I hope that the video works so I can get it. So this is going to be my last regular journal. I'm done. We're on episode 156, and I feel like I'm just saying the same things over and over, and I'm ready for a change. So I'm ready to kind of have nothing on my calendar for a while, anyway. So I think this is going to be the last regular journal. I will come back. I'm definitely going to do a video probably in the next week, a 4-year wrap up. So that'll be another journal, but it won't be episode 157 or whatever. I'll do like a 4-year carnivore wrap up. So I'll do one more, probably sort of where I'm at in the near future, and then I'm gonna be done for a little while. I'm gonna I might do some blood work videos or pop in now and then, but I'm going to take a break from this, and I am going to I will come back now and then. I'm not going to never come back and not do the channel. I'll come back and keep you guys posted if I have relevant news. After maybe a few months go by, I'll pop in every few months and give you guys an actual journal update when I'll have a lot more to share, I think. But yeah, it's time to make a change. It's been 4 years. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not making any changes. I'll let you know. I promise. I promise you guys. If I change my diet, if I start eating plants, if I decide this isn't working anymore, anything like that, I absolutely promise I will come back and be honest with you guys about that. I would not leave this channel up if I decided that this wasn't, the way forward. So I would definitely correct, I'd let you know what I was thinking on that note. So if you don't hear from me, just know that I'm just chugging away eating my meat cookies and feeling great. And if that changes, I promise I'll give you an update. But I'm not going to update saying these same things every Sunday anymore. So there's that. So with that said, let me say to all of you guys, thank you. Thank you all so much for all of your comments, for all of your support over these past years. I really hope that that this has been useful to somebody. Like I've said before, if only one person hears this and it makes a difference, then it's been worth it to me, and it's been worth it to me for my personal reasons as well. But to all of you who have been regular supporters of mine, I cannot tell you how much you mean to me. It's just been incredible to have your support and kindness through this journey of mine. And so know that that I'll be thinking of you guys. And just because I'm not updating, you can just watch an old one because it'll be pretty much the same thing. Like I said, I absolutely promise I will update you if things change. But otherwise, you can just imagine that I'm going to show up and say, I had a great week. I'm eating ground beef and eggs with a little bit of fried ribeye. And that's it. That's how it's going. So yeah. So that's what's happening. So one more time, you guys, thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I do hope in the sometime in the near future that I'll be in my van, traveling around. And if I do that, don't be surprised if I reach out to some of you in some areas. I would like to come meet some of you in person, if possible. So those of you who have told me where you are, you know that I'm not too far from some of you guys, those you West Coasters. So I hopefully maybe someday we will meet in person. So I'm not saying goodbye completely. Like I said, I will be back, and I'll be back probably just next week with a 4-year wrap up. But I think I'm done with the journaling for now, and from here on out, there will be intermittent journal entries when I have something to share, or when enough time has gone on that I feel like I should probably give you guys an update. So there's that. So with that said, you guys, I think I'm gonna cut it off here and wish you guys the very best. I hope you have a fabulous week. I hope you guys make some progress, stay the course. Thank you, everybody. So, all right, you guys, have an excellent week, and I will check back in with you before too long. All right, you guys, goodbye.